If you've been studying grammar, learning new vocabulary, and putting hours into your Spanish, but your conversations still don't seem to improve, there is a chance you've been treating the symptom instead of the cause. Because sometimes the problem isn't your Spanish. Sometimes Spanish is exposing something that was already there. Think about how you communicate in your first language. Are you the type of person who likes to sit back and listen, or the one who thinks before speaking? The type of person who doesn't like interrupting people or jumping into conversations just to be heard? If that's you, then Spanish can feel much harder than it should. Let me share with you a story of one of my students, why he was stuck in conversation and how we managed to solve that, so you can too. Mike is a student I've been working with for a while. He was putting in the work, progressing, but something kept cutting off his flow in Spanish conversations and we couldn't figure out what it was. So I started scanning every variable possible. Grammar, vocabulary, the patterns he acquired, nothing clicked. Until one day, mid-session, while he was frozen inside of his own head, I asked him, "What is that you want to say?" And he was completely honest. "I don't even know what I want to say in English." That was the moment everything made sense. He's a listener in his first language, the kind of person who lets you talk, never interrupts, thinks carefully before opening his mouth. And none of that had anything to do with Spanish, until Spanish made it impossible to ignore. He wasn't just learning a language, he was learning how to express his identity in a new one. So here's the 3 things you should be working on if you're like Mike. Simplify your ideas, learn to connect with the other person so you can have more relaxed conversations, and how to be active while listening. The first one, simplifying your ideas. If you're the type of person that needs your thoughts to be fully formed before you share them, even in your first language, in Spanish this shows up as long silences, your eyes wandering, disappearing into a rabbit hole inside your head. So I introduced a reset. The moment I see you spiral inward, I step in and help you simplify the idea. Not dumb it down, just strip it back to what you actually want to say. It keeps you grounded and keeps the conversation alive. Simplify your ideas as much as you can so you have to think much less. The shift here isn't learning to stop thinking. It's getting comfortable expressing an incomplete thought and letting the conversation help you finish it. The second one, he hates interrupting people because you process things deeply. You wait for the perfect moment to speak, which means you almost never do. The conversation always feels one step ahead of you. Meanwhile, the other people in the conversation sees you as uninterested, so they don't expect you to step in. As a result, they never offer you the chance or the space to start talking. And so the cycle reinforces itself. The more you stay silent waiting for the right opening, the more invisible you become. Eventually, the conversation moves on without you, and any thoughtful point you had in mind now feels irrelevant or too late to bring up. You begin to doubt whether your contribution would have mattered at all. Over time, this pattern can make you withdraw even farther. Not because you have nothing to say, but because you've learned that by the time you're ready to speak, the moment has already passed. The frustrating truth is that in most spontaneous conversations, there is no perfect moment. The fix is surprisingly simple. Affirmations. Claro, obvio, en serio, no puede ser. Small phrases that keep you inside the conversation without demanding anything from you yet. They signal to the other person that you are present, so they'll be more attentive when you finally decide to speak, and they'll leave you the space to do it. These affirmations buy you time, build rapport, and when you're ready to say something, you've already found your opening. The third one surprised me the most. You're a private person by nature. In Spanish, that means you almost never volunteer anything about yourself, which creates a vicious cycle. You ask questions but share nothing. The other person starts to feel interrogated. You can sense the discomfort, but can't understand why. And with nothing personal on the table, the conversation has nowhere to go. The fix is simple. Start with one tiny low-stakes detail, something you'd say without thinking. Hoy llegué tarde. Me encanta este café. Eso me pasó una vez. It doesn't have to be deep. It just has to be yours. That single detail breaks a pattern. Suddenly, you're not just asking questions anymore, you're offering something back. The other person relaxes, the conversation finds its rhythm, and you stay private where it counts without the silence costing you the connection. The fix wasn't a language fix. It's learning that offering something small, one low stakes detail about yourself, completely changes the dynamic. It turns an interrogation into an exchange. Okay, now I'm curious. Do you feel identified with any of these aspects? How do you deal with that in your Spanish conversation? Leave it in the comments. I read and reply to all of them. And of course, like, share, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me a lot. Ciao, ciao.